Hello, Barry Anderson from Trade Ideas with today's version or edition of What Makes This Trade Great. Well, now, first of all, if you didn't realize it, the market is down a lot. Now, it's had a little bit of a bounce, but the market as we speak is still down about 700 points. Dow's down about, or sorry, that's the Dow. Nas is down about 400 and the SPY is down 118. I mean, the big deal really, it's not so much today, but I mean, it's following two bad days in a row on Thursday and Friday. So this is just a continuation. So to find anything that was, on the long side that was working was a challenge. But the AERC, which of course has had a lot of excitement. Let me take a look at it on higher time frames. If you're not familiar with this one, they came out with some news, I guess, on that day. This is an air purification product, and they did receive FDA approval, etc. So this has been very, very, very active, okay? And it was a challenge to trade. I did take it I think I took this one about 5 times today. 3 of them were quite good. One was kind of flat, and the other I lost. But, it was a challenge to trade because of, look at all these topping tails and bottoming tails. But you could just sort of see, I mean, this is traded 31 million shares. There's only 4 million in the float. So lots and lots of activity, of course, with this one. There were some shorts that I could have done, but I was really interested in this one because the next high, and in fact, look what it got to. We kept talking about how the next high, looking left on the weekly chart, I think was it might have been 1815 right on the button, and that's where it got to. So I'm still interested in this one maybe later on in the day if it can get back up into the 17 level and start to move. I mean, it's a big sell-off right now. Don't get me wrong, it's a big sell-off right now. And again, it was a challenge to trade it but there were some clues. I always talk about the clues. What do these bottoming tails mean? Look at this on the 15-minute chart right there. 2 of them. Bottoming tails. Sellers had it down here. Buyers closed it here. Sellers had it down here. The buyers started taking over, and then they really took over. So you can just sort of keep an eye on these bottoming tails and topping tails, and kind of get a sense of direction. We were just talking about this just before I started. At noon. Look at these 3 topping tails in a row. Okay. Again, what does that mean? Well, the buyers had it up here. Sellers closed it here. Buyers had it way up here. Sellers closed it here. Buyers tried again. And then the sellers, eventually one group gives up and the buyer said, you know what? You can have this for a while anyway. We're not saying forever, but for a while anyway. And they've ceded control. Now we get maybe some series of bottoming tails come in, and maybe the sellers give up and they let the buyers have it again. It's always this battle all day long. I don't care what stock you look at. It's always this wonderful interaction between buyers and sellers all day long. All right, guys, I want to get back into the room, so I'm going to shut this down. If you have any questions for me, you can use this email address, and I'll open the room tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.